Okay, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. We have our new friends from AMI Guitar Upgrades here with us here at the Dallas International Guitar Show this morning. How are you guys?
We are tremendous.
Thank you for having us on here.
Being in Dallas.
So who are we talking to? AMI, and then your name is?
This is going to be really simple.
Okay.
It's Thomas and Thomas.
Thomas and Thomas. Now, Major Tom. Which one is Major Tom? Which one's General Tom?
Yeah, Major Tom is our third partner. He's still standing at the booth. Yeah.
So instead of Larry, Daryl, and Daryl, it's the three Toms.
That's right.
Man, who could even think of that?
These guys,
We're not
Toms.
saints.
You're not. Okay. Well, you know, it depends on where you were at the crossroads, right? Which way you went down.
Oh, yeah. We're getting
with the
deep now.
guitar.
We're getting deep.
Just right out of the gate.
Let's just go right back
Now,
up to why we're here.
I got some time to talk to Tom a little bit about what you guys do. Now, you're not only making pick guards and, truss rods and things like this. You guys are actually putting circuitry inside guitars.
Yeah, let me first start off how the company came to be, and it's an incredible story. So my business partner here, Thomas, was at an airport, and there was a session player that was loading about 20 different guitar containers into the conveyor belt. And he said, "Oh my God, 20 guitars, that's crazy." And he said, No, there's 2 guitars in every one of those containers. He said, being a session player, I've got to be able to hit that specific tone, right? So wherever I go, I'm not going to get another gig. I'm not going to get hired again if I can't hit exactly what they're looking for. So Thomas had the idea. He's like, well, what if I could make one guitar sound like a dozen? So Thomas goes back, starts doing schematics, puts together this rat's nest of wiring to wire this guitar up that can make over 102 different pickup tones, the initial one.
So, and that goes inside the guitar. So, okay, let's just say you've got a regular 5-way Strat.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Does that go to 6 now on your? Tell me how it goes.
All right. So again, the initial concept, he did everything in wiring, and then he came up with the idea of a printed circuit board. Okay. Everything on a printed circuit board is clean. You don't have to worry about broken wires.
Right.
It's all analog, so you don't have to. It's not powered. And I've got some examples here.
Oh, cool. See if we can get that close enough to the camera. If I need to carry it over there, I will.
No, I got it.
You got it, Vanna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technology.
So this is it. With this, you can achieve 102 different pickup tones, putting the pickups in and out of phase with one another in parallel and series wiring. So an HSS configuration on a Stratocaster, 102 different pickup tones. All of our upgrades come with Pro Treble bleed, so when you turn down the volume, you don't lose the brilliance of the tone. 500K Bourne's pots. All of the switches, we went through multiple switching manufacturers to make sure that we had the absolute best that could withstand heavy playing,
sure.
quick on-the-fly movements, guaranteed for life. They come with marine-grade washers so that they're not going to rust over time.
Nice.
And again, the initial product line that Thomas developed was specifically for mostly Fender products. Okay. Fender bass guitars, we have a line for those, give you 21 different pickup tones. And then Stratocasters and Telecasters, those were kind of our bread and butter.
Yeah.
So recently, again, because his mind never rests, Thomas wants to go for the other 50% of the market and wants to try to go for Gibson guitars.
Okay.
So Thomas developed another printed circuit board that'll drop into any Gibson guitar, allow you to use the exact same connections that Gibson uses, and it'll give you 51 different pickup tones. And the beautiful thing is that it's completely reversible. You don't do any damage at all to your Gibson, because you know that we don't want to put any holes in our precious Gibson.
Oh, no,
right?
no. Yeah,
exactly.
I know.
And it's a sleeper. Everything's hidden. So instead of toggle switches, it's actually on knobs.
Now
Nice.
let's back up, okay, and just help me. Is this so? All of this is going to work on a normal passive circuitry. I'm not going to use the terms right because you guys are guitar. I'm a kind of a keyboard junkie, but I don't dig into the circuitry. But what I'm asking is am I going to see eventually? Remember when they came out with the Korg Pandora? It was a small tuner, but it had all of these drum loops in it that you could play to. And it had some guitar sound. It was really tiny. You put it on your headstock or plug it in or something. Anyway, everything's getting tiny.
Right.
And I noticed that Yamaha, it was 2 years ago, they came out with a wireless guitar. and you could play this guitar, and it had I think it had some presets as far as sounds in it, but it sounded more like it had a reverb on it. And it sounded pretty good, and the guy could walk around. But I don't know if it had a NiCad battery or if you put it on a charging block or anything like that. So do you guys see that you're going to move into something like that where you'll have presets built into the guitar and there won't be switches? Or
No, see, we wanted to keep things as simple as possible,
Okay.
right? So without having to put power to anything, any guitars can use it, right? Any
Okay.
purist can use it. It plays well with digital if you want to go into a digital amp or anything like that, into your pedals.
Cool.
But what our product does is really gives you that Grand Canyon wide of different tone variations. You can get real thin tin canny sound, really heavy sounds. In fact, you can take, again, an HSS configuration and get a quadrubucker pickup tone where all 4 coils are playing in series and get this real thick, meaty sound.
nice.
Or you can shut the 2 centers off and put the 2 outer coils out of phase with one
Gotcha.
another and get this real thin sound. So that's really what our product targets. Again, we wanted to make sure that it was manufactured where it wouldn't need a power source because it's
Yeah.
difficult, especially
Yeah.
with Strats, because a lot of times it's all under the pick guard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to have anybody taking pick guards on and off to make changes, right? It's other things. Some of the companies, I know Gibson has a product on one of their printed circuit board, and they've got real small, mini little dip switches.
Uh-huh.
And you got to take the panel off every
Yes.
single time you want to change that, and it's 4 push-pull pots, and you have no idea what you're doing.
Right.
We wanted to make it as simple as possible, and as Thomas Colby's quotes here, simpler but no simple. Correct?
Yeah. As Einstein once said, things should be as simple as possible, but no simpler. And I subscribe to that tenet.
Well, it's just like if you were to write something, they always say write as if you're speaking to a 3rd grader. That is hopefully they got to 3rd grade.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yep.
But yeah, we, all of us, we're engulfed in learning different environments on this stuff all the time. People don't understand what it's like to be a musician these days. It's, even just to get shows, you got to cast a wide net, but if you've got an unusual tone or a tone that you can create that's special and custom, then you're ahead of the game already.
Yeah.
I love it.
And again,
And you said now I could bring my heavy metal Strat to you, my old 80s Strat, and give it to you, and you could install one of these inside, and nobody would really know what I have inside unless I tell them what I have.
correct. And the great thing is that we've made our product so simple that you don't need to take it to a luthier, that you can install it yourself. We don't need to install them.
okay.
Yeah,
They're
because-
completely solderless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
See, this is the cool thing that I noticed when I walked by the booth. I thought, okay, it's dressy pick guards. Oh no, much more.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh no, much more.
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're again for our Fender products. They're made to drop right into any made in Mexico or U.S. Strat. Every hole's going to line up. You don't do any routing. You
Oh,
cut
thank
your
goodness.
output jack wires. We give you 2 wire nuts to put them together, and you're playing. They
Wow.
can literally be installed in a minute or 2. You want to sell that guitar? Take it out. Put your old one back in. Sell it.
Keep
put that
it.
in your
Keep
own.
your.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's a hard question. Oh, go ahead.
Please, Tom.
A recent customer, just before we came down here to this Dallas International Guitar Show, he bought an SSS Strat upgrade, and he sent me an email message and said, after I installed this in my guitar, I stayed up all night playing it.
Yeah, I bet.
That's exactly what you want. That's what a musician dreams, is to find. He's been chasing sound. We're all chasing sound,
That's
right?
right.
So once we find it, it's just like, hey, I don't want to put it down, right?
And we have about 80% of our customers are actually return customers because most
yeah.
guitarists have multiple guitars. And
That's
they're like,
right.
I got this for my Strat. I got to have this for my Telecaster. And
Or
now,
my other Strat.
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Well, so now that like the story you told us at the beginning of the interview, the studio musician that's traveling with gargantuan cases full of guitars can take
one.
1 or 2 or
Oh,
3,
yeah.
right?
So the great thing is one of the products that Thomas developed will give over 1,000 different pickup tones.
1,000 pickup tones. Okay.
Now that one is specifically just usually bought by session players.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
better than carrying 14 amps around.
yeah, no kidding. So you guys, if you guys are coming down to the Dallas International Guitar Show, what booth are you guys in this weekend?
211. Just look for the Big Spaceman.
211, and you can't
then-
miss it. It's the Big Spaceman.
One more question.
Okay.
Are you having a deal today for people?
Yes, we are. So we have a good amount of inventory here. We have our inventory discounted significantly from what you can buy it online.
Wow.
And if we don't have something here, we're giving 20% off everything on the website with Dallas 24. All you have to do is put that in as a discount
Wow.
code, and it'll take 20% off at checkout.
Excellent.
that's
excellent.
great.
And then can you give me a low point and a high point on your pricing structure?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can actually buy the individual switching products like this, and they generally run about $40.
Wow, that's affordable.
Yeah, for builders that want to put them in themselves. Now, our Telecaster plates that come with our volume tone pots and everything,
The drop
they're
in.
right about $100.
Oh, wow.
And our pick guards for our Stratocasters are usually right around $150 for fully loaded ones, $200.
Got it.
Now, we do have some really great specialty ones that have hand-wound pickups from a company that we deal with out of Detroit, Michigan called Greenville.
Okay.
And those are a little more expensive,
Sure.
$350 to $400 range, but whatever your budget is, we have a product for you that'll drop right into your guitar.
Excellent.
And give us your website.
So it is awesome-guitars.com or AMIGuitarUpgrades.com. Either one will take you right to our website.
Okay, and we'll throw those links up here as well. So, guys, thank you so much for stopping by.
Good to meet the
Thanks
Toms.
for having us. We really
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we just got to go see the Toms.
Yeah.
Y'all say hi to the Toms when you come here.
Come and
All
see
right.
us.
Love you
Absolutely.
guys. Thanks for coming over here, and great success.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. We really
All
appreciate
right.
it.
We'll be back soon with another guest. We'll see you then.